Coming to you live a little early this afternoon because quite frankly, I am hungry. And as soon as this video is done, I get to pack up my day and I know where the food is. So I thought I'd jump on early and come celebrate the end of the day. Been a big day. How's your day been? Been a well-paced day for me today. Starting to tick lots of things off the list, which is feeling really, really good. I have, however, been proofreading some content for some training I'm delivering in 2 weeks' time, and my brain is feeling a little bit like, wow, what piece of paper goes where for what case study? When I run training, even when it's corporate training, I make it really interactive and very workshop style. I hate sitting in training where I feel like I'm being talked at, and I hate being a trainer or a speaker and having blank faces in front of me. So I'm always looking for ways to get people to be engaged and take note of what it is that we're doing. I don't like entertainment. Like, I don't need to be out here to entertain. I want to inform and educate and help people make change. And if you're just sitting there wanting to download stuff out of my brain and put it into your brain, I don't think we're serving the populace very well. I need you to go and take the stuff and make it your own. Anywho, that's not what we're talking about today, but my gorgeous sister is here. Hello, Adele. Yay. It's nice when somebody turns up. But I did have a couple of things happen just before I got on this live today. One was we've got people registering for the Purple Code 10-year celebration event happening at the moment, and somebody's first name and surname came through, and I had totally misunderstood that it could have been a completely different person. So basically, I thought a person in my world's surname had changed, and when that happens, you usually think of a marriage or the end of a marriage or something like that. So I'm sitting there going, oh my God, that's exactly where my head went to. This whole conversation in my head very, very quickly about I need to get in touch with that person to make sure they're okay. But it was a completely different person from a different company. So no need for me to go down that rabbit hole. Sophie is laughing so hard right now. And then I just jumped on Instagram, as I do, to find a fantastic recommendation from Paul Inglisian, who often turns up on these calls when he's awake, just recommending my book, The Entrepreneurial Clinician, except he does it while he's running on a treadmill because he's just a really awesome dude. So Paul, thank you. I really appreciate your thoughtfulness around that, and what you've actually taken the time to read the book and find it how it's good for you. And I really appreciated your comments about the interviews. They've done exactly what I hoped they would, and that was to help improve our knowledge and skills around what's going on. Adele, thank you very much for the suggestion that I should be juggling in front of a room. I can juggle my words. Sometimes the words that come out aren't the words that are supposed to come out, so I will do the juggling of the words. Thank you, sister. That's delightfully helpful. Not. Anywho, I've been talking to a couple of people in the last week or so, and also reflecting on this myself. When we're in our businesses and we've got all the things floating around in our head, we've got the work that we need to do, the work that needs to be done in the therapy room, the work that needs to be done outside the therapy room, the work that needs to be done to get us inside the therapy room, the work that needs to be done to get us out of the therapy room, CEUs, insurances, what else? Oh, telco discussions, planning team and resources and all of that stuff. There's just so much that goes on and on and on. And when you get to a state of being quite overwhelmed and feeling like if one more person asks me to do one more thing, it's really easy to panic and make decisions very, very quickly. And all you're trying to do is make a decision to make yourself feel better. It's not necessarily the outcome of that decision that's going to make you feel better. It's just the fact that you got rid of a thing out of your head, which was the decision-making process. I see this happen so often where people just want to make a decision and you're like, really? Is that the thing we need to be doing right now? Should we, shiny things. I think shiny things are a great way to distract us from the decisions we should be making. But they also make us feel good in the moment. So allowing us to feel a sense of relief or a sense of ease. So I noticed that I've been making decisions that haven't been strategic, but they made me feel good because it was a decision I could make. Not always a good use of my time or company resources. But one of the things that you need to come back to when you find yourself getting into that space, because if you keep doing that often enough, you're just going to create a whole new whirlwind. because nothing is going to move forward. You're not going to drive anything forward, and you're certainly not going to change behavior for yourself. All you're doing is reinforcing for yourself the decision-making relief cycle. Don't know if it's a thing. I've just created it. So you need to come back to what your core values are. What are the core values of your business, and are they in alignment with your core values, and are you behaving in a way that demonstrate your core values? So if you have a commitment to excellence, then you're going to want to be at the forefront of making sure that there is quality improvement. You want to make sure that it's a safe place for people to make a mistake and then learn from that. If you're going to want to have an event that feels beautiful and lovely, and you're not skimping on at the experience that you want to give people. But I also see people talking about excellence, yet they won't invest in their own learning and development. They won't invest in their personal care. They won't invest in a chair that is good for them while they're sitting. So if you're going to talk about what is valuable to you, your values, they allow you to make good decisions for you and your business. So one of the core values that I have in my business is respect. Everybody needs to be treated with respect and dignity, because I came from work environments where that was a value written on a list under a mission statement, but I did not see that behavior every day, and I certainly didn't experience it every day. Yet I now hear clinicians and health professionals talking about client-centric services, and the client is at the fore of the service, and it's all about respect and access. Yet they still won't talk to clients about money. They don't have cancellation policies. They don't have behaviors that actually support those core values. So you end up with a values conflict. Thanks, Jill. That's incredibly, yay. I'm glad you're championing the cause here today, because you guys have worked really hard on making sure that your team know what the values of your organization are, and then you can manage behavior around those values. That way there's no conflict. Coming back to conflict, what I know to be true is that when you're conflicted with your values and trying to behave in a way that's at conflict with your values, you will experience disease. And right now, in this day and age, that disease is usually demonstrated by burnout, because you're working in a way, you've got a relationship with your work that isn't working. And now that I'm starting to talk into this some more and treat people who are recovering from burnout, I see this turning up all the time. So my challenge for you this week is to get really clear again on what your values are. What is valuable? What can you not live without? So my gorgeous friend Nicola, she can't live without fun. If she's not having fun in her work, she doesn't want to be doing it. Really good value to have. It's not mine. Although I enjoy having fun, but it's not my high value. It's not something, because the work I do all the time, it would be hard to bring fun into all of that all of the time. Well, I would find it difficult to do that all of the time. Oh, good on you, Jill. You're reinforcing your values for your team to support them, because we need reminding of this. We do need reminding of this. Another one that I have in our business, that everyone has the right to be able to return to work. I think work is a really important part of our life. And if we don't help people make good decisions about their work, then we're kind of cutting off a really significant part of their life. I don't want to be a part of that. I want to make sure people understand that you can work. There is stuff you can do. We, especially for those of us in Western cultures, Western communities, it's rare for me to say somebody can't participate in the paid workforce. Let me just put it that way. It does happen very rarely. But yeah, I'm not going to get into all of that right now. Challenge. Come back to what we're here to talk about today. To help you make good decisions, to help you reinforce behavior change, to help you build a healthy team culture, and one that will actually attract the type of clients that you want coming into your business. Get clear about your core values. Doesn't need to be a great big long list. This is not an arduous process. Just what is really important. What do you need to experience every day to help you feel fulfilled and satisfied and know you're doing a good job? That's where you find out where your values are. There you go. Preach it, Joe. Preach it. Okay, we are moving into Wednesday tomorrow. Can you believe it? Hump day already. Looking forward to connecting with you again tomorrow. Until then, go and be your awesome self.